Okay, I'm going to be doing a parts transfer from my new case, from my old case to my new case. This is just because this case was cheaper and the old one was a little bit noisy and it was time for an upgrade anyway. So there's the front of my case with the fan. The whole front panel's off, as you can see on the left side. Here's the back where the cable management happens. Not much room for cable management, but it's a heck lot more than I've ever dealt with in terms of cable management. As you can see, they have some of the wires already routed in the rear, and that's just USB and power LEDs, which work. So that's pretty good. I almost wish this case had the forgot some cases they have bulging backs, so you can see so you can stuff more wires in the rear. As you see, that's the 2.5-inch mounting bracket for a 2.5-inch drive. Most likely an SSD. You wouldn't want to put a hard drive on something like that. Oh yeah, that fell out. I didn't know what it was. And here is the Corsair power supply I'm installing, but this is a little backwards because this frame doesn't belong here. Because the power supply never goes in first. We all know that. You never put a power supply in first before the motherboard. That's like putting it's like building a car and putting the engine in last. You put the engine in first. So, this was a little backwards, but I wound up taking it out anyway and putting the board in. And speaking of the motherboard, there it is, the ASRock 880GM LE. It's been a good board for a year and a half, and it's going to be working for another year before I upgrade. And it's got 8 gigs of RAM. I maxed out the board with RAM, and a 6-core CPU is installed under that beautiful Cooler Master 101, excuse me. And there's the motherboard installed. That case makes that motherboard look like a shrimp. So I'm going to let the in-camera voice take over here. Alright, what time is it? And that's AM. It's 2:06 AM. I'm still working on this system. I got the motherboard in. It looks really good so far. No power supply yet. Got the hard drive in, but I'm having an issue with the mounting system. It's a little bit short-handed. Great case. Great case. Just a lot to work with, that's all. So, I'm trying to do everything proper, and that's why it's taking me so long. It's kind of dark, but am I allowed to say I'm almost home? I got the hard drives in. Boy, was that hard. You had these little... Let me see here. You had these screws like this. God. I have no light. You have these screws. Put my camera in macro mode. Alright, these screws. Okay, and then you have to put... If I can get one out here. These little rubber noise insulators around the screw, and then they go into these grooves on the case, and they're supposed to help decrease hard drive noise. Of course, if you get an SSD, you don't have to worry about that, but I trust hard drives with my data more than SSDs for the fact that we've perfected the technology of hard drives, and hard drives have a longer life expectancy than some of those SSDs you see out there on the market. You have to spend $2,000 just to get a very large, very reliable SSD when I can spend $100 on like a 4 gig, a 3 to 4 terabyte, and a Western Digital brand, and have my data last. I don't leave my system running, so it could be running for what? Not even continuous, but on off basic usage. I would say upwards of 10 years. Those hard drives will last me. So I'm done here. Let me just put everything else in, and I'll just show you the final product. How I have everything tied up in the back, and my camera's in macro mode, so it's blurry. I'm sorry. I finally got the power LEDs in. It's getting really late, but yeah, I finally got this in, and that switch is always hot, as you see. So all I have to do is just press that. So of course that doesn't necessarily mean the computer's running, but here's just a test power up. Fan controller's there. Fans are spinning up. Now that won't spin up. Don't worry, it's not broke. That scared me at first too, but it's just automatic load setting. Now, with me turning the system on and off, I'm probably going to have to do the Windows repair, and I have my backup image right there on that Simpletech hard drive, just in case all fails, which I hope it doesn't. So, let's check out the, whoa, that fan is blowing some air. You feel that? You actually hear that? I think it's actually blowing some air. It's 3:12. I'm done. I have to continue this tomorrow. I have to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll start from there, but this is a lot of work. A lot of work. I love this case, but it's just more than a bit of more than I could chew, and yeah, so we're gonna complete this tomorrow morning. Now, you're probably thinking, why would you have this in here facing upward to suck in hot air, or I don't know which way the fan's going to be going. Well, if it's going to be sucking air, I have it this way because it's going to be sitting on carpet. Now, you do the math. Well, there's no math involved, but you do the thought process of, if I sat this on the carpet, it's winter now, but when the summer comes and my room's blazing at 98 degrees, and it's sucking up carpet dust, well, I might as well say goodbye to my Corsair 750 TX and my computer parts, because all that thing is going to do is get hot and blow up in my face. So, I think it's best for now until I can, I'm not going to put a freaking plaque of wood down there to get the power supply turned around. Now, it's a big inconvenience, as you can see, where the cords are. But I'll see if I can get a workaround for that. But as far as I see, the case is working beautifully. I've got the front panel off now, and that's the way it's just going to stay until the morning. So, we'll just wait till 8 o'clock, 9:30. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is approximately 8:44 on Turkey Day. I got a text message too. Bear with me a moment here. Oh, okay. It was a happy Thanksgiving thing from one of my members at my church. So, I gotta get this done. Let's try to get it done before 12 p.m. And here's the worst part of it all. Because I lost a lot of money this week, with me not having to get to work, and then Thanksgiving, which is really, I don't care. I don't care about losing money over Thanksgiving. But I missed a work day because of that. I had an interview, another interview this week, and I forgot why I lost the other day. I don't know. I think it was a holiday or something, but whatever it was, I lost 2 days, and I'm trying to not let that happen anymore. So, this is where we are at. And I'm gonna open my curtains, because it's dark in here. Alright, the system's almost done. And here's just a closer look at the video card. Again, I'm sure people seen it. This is soon to change also. And I will not stop using IDE as long as the CD drive works. I'll just get a black cable next time. And I'm going to go ahead and install this video card. It's going to go in that way. And remember, when always installing a video card on a PCI Express 2.0 bus, you want to slide this locking mechanism to hold the card in, and then you want to put in your screws. That's how that works. Okay, another feature of this case, you've got this thing that comes up, and you see I got it propped up like I'm working on the engine of a car, because that's what it feels like. You know, heat rises, and you got these nice big grates for a dual radiator. So if you want a radiator in here and you want to heat up your system, no, I'm joking, a cooling system, a cooling radiator, then that's what this is for. I'm going to put the stock 120s that came with this, one fell, that came with this computer. And I do want these to power up on demand, but that might not do anything. These are low RPM fans, I'm pretty sure, because they're
case branded. You know Zalman doesn't make cases. These are just cheap, you know, cheap Chinese material. It's just that. So that's an LED fan. One's an LED fan and one's not. Something's telling me I should have kept my old fans from my first build. You can put either 140s or 120s up here, so that's pretty good. Okay, the system I would say is just about done. Not as clean as I would like it, but we got to make sure we can boot into the operating system and do things. So I'm not going to show you how it looks powered up until I have the window, the side window on, and give you a look at the rear here. I love that power supply. It really goes with the case, I would say. And I got that fan in the top. Single fan, that's fine with me. Just a basic overview, because case should be closed for a while until I get a new 7770, and then I'll have to plug one of those PCI Express. Okay, so let's put the side cover on.